Ladies and gentlemen, this is by far one of the most bizarre cases I've seen in years on the bench. To be honest, I don't even know how it came to trial. For the past 2 weeks, you have seen a plethora of evidence against Mr. Plates, the man accused of the abduction of a half a dozen cats. You've heard from eyewitnesses, seen videos clearly indicating his guilt in the matter, and at one point the defendant even said, "All right, I did it. I kidnapped all the cats. Are you happy?" Meanwhile, Mr. Plates fired his court-appointed attorney, supplied no witnesses, and had a closing statement that lasted over 4 hours, which was confusing, scattered, and, quite frankly, very offensive. As a judge, I am not supposed to give you my opinions one way or the other, but come on, people! This is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever seen. The man stole cats, and there's a mountain of evidence showing how he stole those cats. He stole cats, that's it. Case closed. If you're in there for more than 15 minutes, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. So, get to it.
I don't think you can smoke it here.
Smoke? Yes.
No smoking.
Stupid, that's not here. You always say smoke, but he not here.
It doesn't matter. Some of us are asthmatic. Asthmatic. In my chest.
With heart explode? Boom!
No, asthmatic. In my lungs. Asthmatic.
Gum, anyone?
Nah, I don't chew things I can't swallow.
Why's that?
What's the point of chewing something if I ain't gonna swallow it? What am I, a cow?
No one's saying you're a cow.
I know, just saying. Proving a point.
Well, you're trying to be nice. You don't have to be such a pain in the rear.
Oh, what about? This is an official building. You can't just talk like that here.
No, it's all right. Believe me, I've heard much worse. I'm in PR, with celebrities and stuff. And I don't mean to name drop or anything, but a number of my clients are very famous. And they call me just terrible things. Insult my heritage, throw stuff at my head, sharp objects and whatnot. Lucky for me, I get such a rush from hanging out with celebrities that it doesn't bother me much. Oh, and I get to go to parties.
So, who are some of your clients? Someone we might know?
Nope, can't say. I'll lose my job.
Sam Watterson? Very handsome, always squinting.
I don't know who that is, so no.
Well, I like him. His forehead's very white. I'm sorry, I may have missed something. Are you two married?
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Would you calm down? It's a perfectly innocent question to ask.
Yeah, but I don't like that tone. What are you saying? I'm not good enough for her or something?
No. It just seems very unusual that they would let a married couple on the same jury, I guess.
It's like this. I get a notice in the mail 2 months ago. Franco sees the letter and is all, "Oh, Gia Marie, you can't do this without me." And I'm all, "What? You think I can't handle a courtroom with a couple of lawyers?" Next thing I know, he's followed me a jury. And he gets selected what I do.
It's not exactly like that, but you get the picture.
So they just let you on the summons? I thought you needed a summons.
I took care of it.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. I know a guy.
Who? Johnny Figarelli. If you think he has any sort of pull in this, you're done I thought.
Oh, a little respect, huh? There's no need for that.
Well, maybe now is a good time to get started, huh? Oh, for goodness sake, can we fix the temperature here before we start? I'm freezing! Whoa, okay, I didn't realize people were that cold. Yeah, it's probably that air conditioner. Look at it! Looks like it hasn't been replaced in ages. It's disgusting!
The courtroom had an air conditioner as well, but it did seem warmer in there. Maybe it was being in the same room as Mr. McAllister that made it warmer.
The lawyer?
Yes, the lead prosecutor. Did anyone else notice that it got warmer whenever he was around? Or how when he spoke, your extremities started to tingle? It's got something like that. Yes, the prosecutor.
He's warm?
No, he makes me feel warmer.
What? Fire? You was fire on you? Oh, you should not take gasoline from that man. Could be bad.
No, I didn't mean that at all.
I don't understand.
So, if we could just get everyone at the table, I don't think this will take too long. Yeah, hey, but we're gonna get started.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, it's kind of a crazy case, huh? Guy stealing cats.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah, but guy stealing cats is pretty freaky.
It's fairly undocumented in the things I've read. Oh boy, I don't feel so good.
You can go to the bathroom or something? It's right up.
No, I just have some anxiety issues. This week has been, I need to sit down.
Hey, do you guys remember Elf from that show in the 80s? He was an alien and he ate cats. Where was Elf from before he came to America?
No, man. Right? Something like that?
Yeah, right. Oh man, what a trippy show. Remember that?
No, not really.
What do you mean? No, not really. It's Elf.
I don't remember the show. What's it to you?
Why you gotta yell at me like that for? I was just asking you a question.
Alright, sorry everyone. I just feel like we should really get started. I mean, no one wants to be here all day, right? So we can do this a couple of ways. We can talk if we want, and I'm totally for talking. Or we can take a vote right in the dip of it.
Okay, you know, it might be good to just take a vote to see where we stand.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we're not supposed to have cell phones in here.
Oh no?
No, so why don't we throw it away?
Coach, I'm on it.
Maybe I should call in the guard?
Fine, jeez, you know, as my dad was here. Alright, we're getting a little off track here. So, why don't we take a vote then, shall we? Alright, all those voting guilty? Okay, and all those voting not guilty?
What the hell, Buster? What are you doing? Oh, okay, it's alright. We don't need to resort to violence. Well, I'm not right, mister. Do you hear me? You're not better than me.
I never said I was.
What? Okay, hey.
Yeah, there's no need for that. Come on.
Look, I think we can talk about this. You think he's innocent?
No, I'm just not sure. A man's life is at stake.
Well, you know, not a man's life. A man's 3 to 6 months is at stake.
Prison could feel like a lifetime.
Yes, but...
You're not start. We see so many things. Video, witness. He's guilty. You put him in a cage, yes?
I don't think we're putting anyone in a cage. Are we?
I don't know. I just think these are things we should discuss.
No, we're not putting him in a cage. We don't need to discuss that. We're going to prison.
But I thought cage was like code for prison.
No, you're thinking of Clink or the Slammer.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, I'm not. Clink is not even a word.
Oh, Clink isn't a word.
I think we're getting off track here. The point is not for putting the defendant in a literal cage.
It does not say 50-50.
Yeah.
No, not 50-50. 100% not going into a cage. He would go to prison.
Maybe 70-30.
The point is, he believes he's not guilty.
I didn't say that. I simply raised my hand.
Right, but you were the only one to raise your hand for not guilty, which is what I meant, so I guess we should talk about that.
Yeah, man. Well, why'd you do that? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really not trying to be here all day.
Yeah, us too. What's your problem? You know how I get with him regularly.
It's true. He's an animal every day this week. The temper.
I have some erratic blood sugar issues. No big deal, but it does weigh on me. all here, but I take this very seriously. A man could be sent to prison for up to 6 months. That's a long stretch of time. Some say he'll be put in a 4x4 cage.
No one's saying that.
Some say he'll be put in prison. I'm not here to debate that.
But no one's
The
saying...
point is, I think we owe it to Mr. Please to review the evidence at hand. I think we owe it to him to review the facts. And I think we owe it to Mr. Please for justice!
Okay, I'm not sure that last sentence made a whole lot of sense. But I think he has a valid point. Reviewing the evidence would be a complete waste of time.
Well, perhaps we should just go in order of our numbers. Talk about why we think he's guilty. That might be a good way to start discussion.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Is anybody else cold?
That's what I said! I said this already! Son of a gun, no one listens to me!
Hey, that's not true. I listened and I responded last time.
Well then, why did you turn off the gosh darn air blower? Guys, can we just turn off the air
Do we really need to turn it off? I'm feeling like this is a pretty good tempo.
Gosh darn it!
Okay. If I'm the only one, I'll live with no air. But maybe some people agree with me. Anyone on board the air conditioner boat?
I looked down the book.
Nice.
Oh, he doesn't understand what you're saying. He's been talking gibberish all day! We're getting off track again, guys. Okay, can we take a vote? Quickly, all those in favor of turning off the air conditioning, raise your hand. 6, turn off, all opposed. And 5 against. You make me. Oh, come on! Now you're just trying to be difficult.
I take offense to that, ma'am.
Maybe we should compromise, that way we all win.
But I never want it on!
And I never want it off, Chief. Them's the price.
Okay, I think the foreman is right. We'll compromise. We'll leave the air conditioner on for 10 minutes, and then we'll turn it off for 10 minutes. Okay? Who wants to be the timer? How about you? You've been on your phone this entire time anyway.
No, I'm texting.
But you have the time at the top of your screen there, right?
Yeah, but I never look at it.
Well, can you at least keep track of it for us?
No. I can do it. My watch works just fine.
Fine, thank you.
See? You can throw one spoon anywhere. What did you just call me?
Stop. Can we please resist the temptation to call people names? We may be here for a little while, so let's be civil if we can.
I'm gonna stare at you for a long time now.
So, now that the air conditioning will let us say so, can we get back to
Right. Let's just go around and say why we think he's guilty. We'll start with you. Okay. I'm not great at public speaking, but I'll give it a try. The prosecution made a lot of good points. The points made points. I'm sorry, I'm just nervous and I'm rambling, aren't I? Stop it! You're being an idiot right now. Stop it! But we all saw the video, right? Well, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, I hardly think that's a good enough reason to put a man in prison.
Yeah, okay. That wasn't a very compelling argument. Look, if you're done, I'll just go ahead and go over the evidence. Great. So here's what we know. Mr. Pleats is accused of stealing half a dozen cats.
Yes. Ruff.
No, I think you're thinking of dogs.
No, I'm not done. I'm Maggie. I'm not done. I'm not cat.
Well, we've seen pictures of these cats, and we've seen a video that shows in broad daylight the abduction of these cats by Mr. Pleats. We've heard from several eyewitnesses, one being a police officer. And on top of all of that, Mr. Pleats himself admitted he was guilty on the witness stand. So, really, our jobs are pretty easy. All the evidence, including his own confession, points to him doing it. And I'm not sure he has defense of any kind that I'm aware of.
I don't know. It doesn't fit. You saying you believe his alibi?
Yeah, he said the movies that he clearly wasn't. I mean, we saw the tape that was time-coded.
So, because we saw a video of Mr. Pleats at one place, it clearly means he must have been there.
Yeah?
Well, I saw a video of an island, a theme park island, where dinosaurs coexist with human beings.
No way! They have that?
Just trying to make them look good.
I'm not proving a point. I saw a video where dinosaurs exist. Therefore, they must, according to you.
Clearly, there's a difference between a Hollywood blockbuster and the video we saw in court.
I guess you're right. Which is how this picture is impossible!
Excuse me. It's a picture of you at Universal Studios on the Jurassic Park ride. See that frame around it? It's one of those gimmicky. We're not arguing about this. No one's denying the validity of the video we saw, right?
I don't know, it did look kind of big.
What do you mean it looked big?
Like, you know,
That doesn't mean it looked big.
it was like fake boring.
Okay, just because something is boring doesn't mean it's fake.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Whatever, I was thinking that big.
Besides her, are we all in agreement? We all agree it's not fake?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's real, but maybe we should see it again.
What? You're buying it?
No, not necessarily. I think it's worth another look, just so we can prove it's real. It could hurt, right?
Yes. Let's look at it again.
No.
A man's life is on the line.
No, Amanda. He's not getting the death penalty. We're talking about a 3 to 6 month sentence.
Which could feel like a lifetime.
I know! You've already made that point. Fine. Should I ask the guard to see the tape again?
Well, yeah, that'd be one of us.
Fine. So, we'd like to see Exhibit C again. Thank you. Okay, the tape is on its way. Is there anything else you want to see?
No. But I do want to talk about the witness testimony.
Okay.
Specifically the police officers.
Okay, what about?
Well, let's go over it.
What in God's name is this? What are you trying to pull, mister, huh? What's got you so cozy for this guy, huh?
I'm not opposing with him. I just think we should discuss the witness testimony.
I'm not letting you anywhere near my animals, got that?
I just want to examine exactly what he said. I don't see what's so wrong with that.
All right, go ahead.
The police officer arrived at Mr. Police's house at around 2:45, about 40 minutes after the alleged abduction of the cats. He knocked on the door 2 times and then, citing reasonable suspicion, entered the house where he claims he saw Mr. Police throwing the stolen cats over the fence into his backyard.
Sounds about right.
And the abducted cats were never retrieved, correct?
Well, yeah, but that's probably because they ran away and got picked up by a shelter or something.
Right. There are a number of explanations. That being one of them? Or that Mr. Police wasn't throwing cats at all?
Excuse me, what?
What was he throwing?
I don't know. Stuffed animals?
You think he threw stuffed animals? Wouldn't the police officer have noticed the cats were real?
Well, I mean, you would think, but if he was throwing stuffed animals, he had to be throwing some pretty realistic looking cats. And I mean like almost hitting. Oh my God!
What is this? Who do you think you are?
Oh, is that the real cat? It was.
What? You? It's a taxidermy cat. Why do you have that?
This part has been packed.
No, taxidermy. He's been stuffed and preserved.
Packed is dumb.
What?
What? Are you carrying around a taxidermy cat?
You said there was no way the cat Officer Jensen saw Mr. Police throw over the fence could be anything but a real cat. I just showed you how realistic stuffed cats can look.
Where do you even get a taxidermy cat?
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
I got mine on the internet. They're quite easy to come by.
Yeah, but why? That's really weird.
I pulled out a taxidermy cat, and for a moment, you all thought it was real. When the officer saw the defendant throwing the cat over the fence, he only saw it for a second. All I'm saying is that it's possible.
What are you doing? Do you know this guy or something? Why are you trying so hard to prove he's innocent?
I just think it's worth exploring. I have some doubts.
So, you think he was throwing taxidermy cats over the fence? That's your logical explanation?
It's just as logical as throwing live cats. This is an extraordinarily bizarre case, and I think there are a lot of possibilities.
This is not no. This man, his head, it not work. No.
No, I don't think it does.
Are you saying it's impossible?
No, what I'm saying is, I think you're wasting all of our time. I think you have some fantasy about being a lawyer or a savior, and I think we should take a vote without you.
What? Yes!
You had your time to try and convince us with your ridiculous arguments, so I say let's vote without you. If the vote is still unanimously guilty, then you should stand down. But if even one person votes not guilty, then you can keep arguing.
Fine. Vote. If that's how you all feel, fine. I think you're making a big mistake, but fine. Vote without me.
Well, if we're all in agreement, I suggest we get to it. Perhaps a secret ballot would be best.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you. All right. Guilty. 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 That's half a dozen guilties, that is.
Just keep going.
Guilty. Guilty. Not guilty.
What? In your face. Who's all alone now?
You or less. Who wanted not guilty? Who? I want to know. Seriously, I want to know. What?
Did anyone just feel as if time stopped or something?
What?
Nothing.
We agreed this would be an anonymous vote.
He's right. We shouldn't force him. Be a man. Show him a fuzz on your fist.
Fuzz on your fist? Is that something people say?
Yeah, what's a TV comment Hollywood put? They should have never let you off the blackness. That's what I say.
Wow. That is way too dated to be offensive.
Who voted not guilty? Who? Aha!
Oh, what's with the finger?
Yeah, who the hell do you think you are? My wife won't vote like that.
Oh, who made you in charge of how I vote?
Stop, let's just get on with discussing why you changed your vote.
But who said I changed my vote?
I mean, you did give a suspicious comment.
Oh, come on.
It did seem a bit incriminating.
You're telling me.
So, if you want to talk about it,
She has nothing to talk about. She didn't vote not guilty. I did.
no
God's sake, why? I mean, you've hardly said anything this whole time. Now all of a sudden you're Miss Johnny has an opinion.
Oh, I read that book. That's good.
That's not a vote.
Oh, then what am I thinking about?
Not sure.
Well, sure. You know, this guy is a little weird. And you know, his forehead is too flat for my taste. It should be a little bit more sloped. But that doesn't have anything to... It doesn't matter right now.
Buddy, do you have to eat in here?
Well, this is my food!
I know, but it's disgusting.
But it's the only thing keeping me alive! That and the liquid!
Ma'am, if we take the time to Mr. Pizza's guilt, would you be willing to change your vote?
Well, of course. You know, what would the world be without the power of persuasion? You know, if it weren't for persuasion, I wouldn't have a single person at the library on Saturdays. But I do, because I make them.
Well, I hope you're happy. You convinced the fresh Frankie library. We can keep playing your game.
This is not a game. A man's life is at stake.
It is not! The death penalty is completely out of the question!
3 months is like a...
Oh, the video. Thank you. All right, video's here. Someone help me set this up.
So, what are you thinking? This guy's cat decoy theory make any sense to you?
Oh, no way. I'm still thinking about the prosecutor's closing arguments.
Yeah, he was pretty convincing.
Pretty convincing? Try very convincing.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I could get behind the whole taxidermy cat guy. You know, it was pretty cool, but he just like pulled the cat out of his bag and everyone was like, whoa, what's going on? It's just like exciting, you know. This whole thing has been so boring so far. Oh, and then that girl's all like, man, let's look at that, man, pick on me, teacher, I'm paying attention. I hate those guys. Suckers. Elitist smarties smarts who like to break out the fancy words of cards.
But even so, didn't you think the prosecutor made a really compelling closing argument? I mean, that prosecutor speaks, and he feels like your best friend. You feel important and loved. And I don't understand how someone did not see that. He's just the best, you know.
Yeah, you know, I don't really quite understand what you're saying.
We're on the same page and...
Oh, no, not in a literal sense.
Well, right,
We've both agreed that he's guilty.
totally, that's like what we're here for.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, we already watched the thing again?
Hello, and welcome to the Lucas Family Yard Sale Extravaganza.
Oh gosh, Brad, can you put that stupid thing away and help me?
This is best movie. All they do is walk. It's awful.
The point of this is not to be entertained. This is evidence, not a movie.
Movie. This movie has no tigers. How can a movie be good without tigers?
This is important.
I need smoke. It's okay I smoke?
No!
But what if I blow smoke to set a mouth? Like that? That's fine then?
That's not any better!
But now you said a mouth. It goes that way.
No!
Crash that mouth.
Alright, here it comes.
And the final item for sale is the litter of Miss Abigail Mumsey. Look at all the cutesy baby kittens.
Does anyone else think it's weird they gave the cat a first and last name? I'm extremely weird.
It's only weird if the cat walks on two legs. That's I don't know.
Alright, looks like we have our first customer. It's Harold from down the block.
It's Donald. Donald, please. I tell you this every time.
Oh, my bad. Anyhow, welcome to the yard sale. Looking for anything in particular?
Maybe the chair in the way back there?
Chair. Honey, do we have a chair for sale back there?
No, we're not selling any chairs. Not back here. Or is Harold taking Mumsy's kittens?
Harold, those cats are for sale. Where are you going?
He's right into his car. Oh my gosh, he's stealing the cats.
Harold, give us those kittens. Harold.
My name is Donald Pleats. I told you. My name is Donald Pleats.
Well,
What?
you're the only one who has a problem with this?
As you'll recall, I'm not the only person who has a problem. with sending a potentially innocent man to jail. I may not have a problem with this evidence just because I've had doubts about other elements of the prosecution's case.
Good, so we're all in agreement that this is definitive evidence of Mr. Boots' guilt.
Not quite.
You just said you didn't have a problem with the video.
I said I may not have a problem. By saying may, it implies the exact opposite.
Alright, can you just get on with it?
I'd like to show you a different video if I could. One that takes you to an extraordinary land where dinosaurs walk with men.
The nursing home?
Trying to make the argument that the video we just watched was computer generated? Because if that's where you're going with this, I think we can all agree that's preposterous.
I'm not trying to prove that, no.
Good.
Or I guess I should say, I may not be trying to prove that.
Are there going to be any attractive people in this? What do you mean, attractive? Like hot guys and stuff? Well, I think this movie will mostly have dinosaurs in it. Less gross. I'll tell you, well, they're a different species. You guys tell me the hot dogs, okay? There's not going to be just tell me. Got it? Okay, yeah. Good.
Now, I want you all to pay close attention to the clip, especially the dinosaur. Now, I don't expect you to believe that this dinosaur is real.
No, it's too loud. In real life, hiss. It shouldn't be that way.
Sure, but what I do want to point out is that this movie used two types of special effects to create the T-Rex. Most of the shots were done using an animatronic, life-size replica created by its families and studios, while only roughly 20% of the shots used digital animation, created by George Lucas's Industrial Light and Magic. Now, the clip I just showed you was an example of the life-size replica. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah, I agree.
Wrong! The clip we just saw was a mix of both digital and practical effects. The first 5 seconds were of the animatronic dinosaur, and the last 10, where the dinosaur starts running, were digitally created. Observe.
Oh yeah, the color's kind of different once it starts moving.
What will they think of next? Us, those little nerds in the computers.
If you think that's impressive, you should see what they can do with video games these days. I mean, I've been designing some.
No one wants to hear about your computers, you sad little freak ever! Where is this going?
The point is that no one here can tell the difference between a computer-generated dinosaur and a life-size replica.
So, you think that Mr. Beats was computer animated? That's your suggestion?
Maybe.
By who? Who would computer animate Donald Beach just to prove him as a catnapper?
Catnapper. How come no one ever used that before? That's funny.
All I'm suggesting is that it's something to think about.
Is no one gonna jump on this catnapper thing? I think that this could be a thing.
Okay, let's think about it. In order to computer animate a completely realistic person, something that has never been successfully done before, you would need access to many computers, the best animators in the world, and enough money to pay for it all.
I agree. Create something that realistic, you would need George Lucas himself to do it for you.
Yes, exactly.
Boom! A picture in the local Sampson County newspaper of the cat's owner, Brad Lucas, with his arms around his cousin, George.
I know George Lucas and Brad Lucas were cousins. That was just a common last name.
You know, I think I heard something about this.
No, please stop.
No, I read it in Variety. It said something about George Lucas wanted to do something new and exciting. I mean, God's sake, the guy sold his company for like $1 bajillion. It's possible this is what he's doing now.
That's what you think he's doing now? Really? He's spending his retirement computer animating his brother's paper just to prove as a cat stealer?
Hey, I thought we were calling him the catnapper. Right?
Well, the police guy said the Lucases hated him, right? I think it's possible that they just asked their cousin George to help frame him.
Do you realize how insane this sounds? Did you just listen to what you just said?
Yes, I did. Kind of. And I'm not so sure I like your tone. I'm allowed to have an opinion, same as you, smart girl.
Fine.
Hey, I'll have you know, I made $300K in PR last year, and I can barely read. So who's the dummy now?
Hey, you know what? There's no need to be uncivil here. Let's get back to the case. A man's life is at stake.
Hey.
In my opinion, okay? Does that make it okay?
No, it doesn't. You are... Okay, what about the car operating witness?
Ah, there she goes again with her fancy 10th grade English. Got any more big words for us like trimitticate or blam crampy?
Those are not words.
There she goes again. Ah, the nerve.
The neighbors across the street, Mr. and Mrs. Hurwitz, who said they heard Mr. Cleese say, "My name is Donald Cleese." And as they were walking across their front yard, heard and saw Mr. Cleese drive away.
That's true. They heard him say, "My name is Donald Leeds" at the same time as in the video. Oh, okay, just give me a second.
What? What is going on with you?
I have some anxiety issues, but my therapist said that this would be a good way for me to stand up for myself, so I'm trying to now.
I think if you don't want to talk right now, you
No, I can contribute, just like you.
Should we take a break or?
No, well, shut up. Just shut up for a second. I'm making an argument. Okay, the Lucas's neighbors, the Hurwitzes, said that they heard Donald Pleats say, "My name is Donald Pleats," at the same time as he said it in the video.
Jeez. That was a lot of build-up, you know.
Would you stop?
What? She didn't really say much. Honestly, I'm not even sure what we're talking about.
That was a very well thought out argument. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, everyone. Come on.
Well, to recap, we all agree that we heard Mr. Pleats saying, "My name is Donald Pleats," at exactly 2 o'clock, right?
That's right. He said he looked at his watch and it was 2 o'clock in the nose. Then he and his wife walked from the backyard to the front yard where they saw Mr. Pleats drive away.
That's true. And Mr. Howard said they both got a good look at him.
And the video and the time code clearly said it was 2 o'clock.
Maybe they misheard him. Maybe he didn't say, "My name is Donald Please." Maybe they mistook it for something else.
What do you mean something else?
Maybe they heard something like, "Isn't that neat?" Or, "You sure have big feet." He was far enough away, it's possible he misheard.
Yeah, I'm sure someone was yelling, "You sure have big feet!" That completely changes this case.
Do we have a diagram of the Hurwitz property?
No, why?
I'm just wondering how long it would take someone to walk all the way from the backyard to the front yard to where the Hurwitzes say they saw him. Does anyone know where the house is located?
I think they said they lived in McKenna County, right off Claremont, right?
Right. I got a cousin who just moved in.
What? Since when?
I don't know. 2 weeks ago, Tommy John. I went over on Sunday to watch the game.
Tommy John moved to McKenna County and I wasn't invited?
It was just a few guys, relax.
Oh, I'll relax. Next time you see Tommy John, you tell him. We are gonna have woods.
Oh, you'll have work all right.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You've been there then? To McKenna County?
Oh, he's been there. He and his little boyfriend, building forts and drinking beer. Ask him anything you want about the neighborhood.
In front of all these people, this is my dad.
Do you remember the distance from the backyard to the front yard?
60 feet, give or take. And subtract me, so the backyard from one house to the next are near I am.
Great. So let's say they were at the very front of the backyard. What would you say that is? 40 feet? Yeah. But they probably didn't make it all the way to the front yard to see Mr. Pleats get in his car. So we could say they only traveled, what, 20 feet before they saw him. Is that fair?
More than fair.
What is the point of this?
The Hurwitzes said they heard a man say, "My name is Donald Pleats." And by the time they got to the front yard, they saw him driving away. Now, according to the video, the time in which he said, "My name is Mr. Please," and the time in which he drove away was roughly 10 seconds. Yes?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Well, let's see if the Hurwitzes were telling the truth. Let's test it, right here in the room.
Can we just... You're wasting our time. You know that? Some of us have lives. Only you and French fry lady.
I'm in, I changed my vote.
I didn't mean to insult you earlier.
Who says I'm basing my vote off of some petty grudge? This picture of the Lucases convincing me. Besides, not that petty.
About 20 feet from one side of the room to the other. Perfect. Why don't we just see? Two of us can walk from one side of the room to the other to see if it actually took 10 seconds. Does someone volunteer to be Mrs. Hurwitz with me?
If no one else minds. I've been taking some improv classes at the Y, working on developing a few crazy characters I have. Unless someone else wants to.
No, you'd be perfect. I think we've all been charmed by your kooky old British woman voice you've been doing today, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's still a work in progress, but thank you.
All right, ready?
So just so we're on the same page, Mr. and Mrs. Hurwitz are an older Jewish couple, and we're in their backyard. And we start moving when we hear, "My name is Donald, please."
Or isn't that neat?
Why don't we stick with "My name is Donald, please"? Yeah?
Fine. Does anyone have a watch or a cell phone with a timer?
She has no, not gonna do it. I'm watching kids eat Cheers and you choose. They eat and then puke because they're allergic to something. I don't know. It's really funny.
All right. You know what? You're supposed to be paying attention. Why don't you
I can do two things at once. Why don't you just mind your own biz, Dad? Gosh, this chick's the worst.
Tell me something.
Well, I can do it. My watch is perfect for something like this.
Do you have a second hand?
Yeah, the kind we need.
That works for me. So, are we all set? When you give us a signal, somebody yell, "My name is Donald, please," and we'll start walking. Sound good?
Great. Can I just take just a little minute to prepare?
Aren't you just walking from one end of the room to the other?
Oh, well, yes, but in order to properly portray Mrs. Hurwitz, and I haven't done one before, so like a week, you know what?
Sure. No problem. Please, take your time. Maybe now's a good time for a quick break.
Hey, what? I think we need a backup plan. This guy, he's really trying to pull an umbrella. I know, but it's like he knows something he shouldn't. I can't prove it, but I feel like he might be a terrorist. A godlike terrorist! Try and calm down. Your angry attitude now is helping. This is America. I can say whatever I want. No, be that as may, just try to keep it to yourself, okay? I can win them back. I just don't want to offend them. Okay, but if things get desperate, okay, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna punch them. Punch who? All of them! Stop yelling. Hey, don't do that. You can't just punch everyone. That's not a plan. I'll get them back. Just please be cool. Don't yell. And don't punch.
Are we ready to see our reenactment? Just let us know when you're ready.
Okay, and
Oh, Barbara, my spirits. We better go see what all this yelling is about.
Oh, you just stay there, Joshua. What with your heart? Dr. Mayfield said you need to rest. You've been pushing yourself too hard.
Nonsense. I'm as healthy as I ever been. Hold on to my arm. We'll go together.
this is ridiculous.
I'm trying to pay attention.
Oh, I do hope it isn't gangs. We left the city to get away from such nonsense. What if they told us here?
Then we'll start a neighborhood watch. We've been running our whole lives from your parents, from the city. I'm tired. I want my last few years to be in peace, in one solid place.
But what if things get bad again?
Can I tell you something?
Why are you stopping? Don't stop talking. That's the
Would
rule.
you be quiet? No one interrupts you when you speak.
These past few years have been tough on us. I know that. But if I did believe with every fiber in my being that we didn't do the right thing by moving here, I'd take us back to that 2-bedroom apartment in a heartbeat.
You know, Joshua, from the moment I first met you, I knew you were going to be the one I would spend the rest of my life with. I knew it wouldn't always be easy, that there would be good times and bad times. But I never doubted you. I never doubted.
You're my little butt kiss, you know that.
Oh my word!
Shall we go see about this yelling?
Yes, let's. Together.
And time! How long?
About 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Now that's something.
He couldn't have possibly seen him drive away. Mr. Pleats would have been long gone by that time.
They must have been lying.
No. I mean, you think it really just would have taken that long? I'm just gonna go, okay?
At the very least, it shows there's doubt. Proof, maybe they were lying.
That was the most inaccurate reenactment I've ever seen. I mean, my goodness, how is everyone believing this? Look, I'll show you how long it takes to walk across the room.
What is your problem? You just want to see Mr. Pleats fry, don't you?
He's not going to fly. They don't even use the electric chair anymore. Stop trying to sway these people.
You're a sadist. You want to punish this man. You enjoy seeing pain brought upon people. You're the one who should be in jail. You're the one.
Oh, I am? Me? Isn't that just amazing? By the time these deliberations are over, you'll have them accusing me of stealing the cats. Isn't that neat?
Maybe you did.
Everyone just calm down.
Please.
Let's just think about this.
What's going on? Are we reenacting part of the case again? No, they were fighting. What are you talking about? Well, didn't she just say my name is Donald Pleats?
No, she didn't. She said, "Isn't that neat?" And I guess from a ways away, it could be mistaken for, "My name is Donald Pleats." I guess maybe it could. Well, isn't that interesting?
Again, did anyone just feel that? Here we go again.
So weird.
She heard you say, "My name's Donald Pleats," but I thought no one could possibly mistake. Isn't that neat for "My name is Donald Pleats"? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it proves that.
I swear I wasn't trying to sway.
I say we take a vote. See where things stand?
How would that help? If his argument is that Mr. Pleats wasn't even there, that he was computer generated, the Hoedls wouldn't have heard anything.
Maybe it does matter, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe they heard something, and maybe they didn't. Maybe he was computer generated, and maybe he wasn't. All I'm saying is that there's doubt.
But is there reasonable doubt? Is it reasonable doubt to assume that Donald Pleats was computer animated by George Lucas in a conspiracy to put him behind bars?
Yeah, it does sound kind of crazy when you say it like that.
What do you mean? The neighborhood hated him. I say it's possible.
Let's vote. We're not going to get anywhere until we vote this out. Corbin?
Right, I'll start. Not guilty.
The light goes all over.
Guilty.
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 Not guilty.
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 Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
That's 6 to 6.
Do you even understand what's going on?
Yes, how dare I see everything you say.
Then how can you vote not guilty?
I hear running through the door. I see old people walking. I see dinosaur. A strong dinosaur? But it look real. But I don't know. The movie's not good. The movie's boring. Maybe there's Sam Morrison in it, then good. But no. No Sam Morrison. No tigers. It's not good. No.
I say we go to the judge and say we're a hung jury. Maybe then there's the easier of the trial with his peers that aren't so easily persuaded.
Oh, there she goes again with that fancy English. Hey, maybe I'll persuade you a new face, hon.
Yeah, what makes you so superior?
Yeah, and what's wrong with your forehead? Clean it up!
Stop! Can we just go to the judge and say we're a hung jury?
Well, maybe some of us want to talk about it more.
No. Don't bother. This girl is so full of herself, she never listened to anyone else's argument. So go ahead. Let her do it.
If we do it, can we smoke?
I say it's the vote. All those in favor of going to the judge and saying we're a hung jury, say aye. All those opposed, say nay. I'll start. Nay.
Aye.
Whatever.
No, you have to actually vote.
Well, we'll end this faster.
Nay, Will.
No, don't listen to him.
Nay.
No, you have to actually
Nay.
vote.
I said nay.
Aye.
Nay.
Nay.
Wait, really? I thought you were with him.
Well, I have my reasons for wanting a hung jury.
Well, would you mind sharing them with the rest of us?
It's personal.
Well, I'm just having a hard time understanding your logic.
Fine, I'll tell you, but only you.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we'll come closer.
If you can tell me the...
No, come closer! Closer. Closer.
Okay! I'm not sharing that with anyone. That's disgusting.
Well, that's how I feel!
Well, it's disgusting. Okay, let's just keep voting. Who's next?
Nay.
Smoke.
That is not a vote.
Which one means smoke?
Neither. You will not get to smoke in here.
Well, what if I say magic phrase?
No!
Miss Hot. Nay.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
66.
This is pathetic. We can't even decide to call ourselves a hung jury.
Well, I don't know why this surprises you.
We couldn't even decide on the air conditioning.
Oh, yes, we did. We decided to turn it off every 10 minutes. You haven't been doing your job. Well, I've been occupied. With what takes none of your business?
You know what? I think we need to take a break. Why don't we take 5? Get some fresh air, make phone calls, whatever you need to do. Take 5, and when we come back, let's really try and nail this thing down. Sound good? Hell of a trial, huh?
Boy, you could say that again. I've never even been on a court, let alone on a trial like this.
Really?
No, but it's exciting. I just wish that the prosecutor could be in here with us. I mean, I know we'll see when we give our verdict, and I'm sure after the trial there will be plenty of time for us to you know, our own workouts online, or whatever. But I just wish, I just think that would be more fun if you were here.
Having a lawyer certainly does make things more exciting. I'll give you that. I was a lawyer once.
Really?
Well, legally, according to several definitions, it's a gray area. Did I pass the bar? No. Have I argued cases in public court? Yes. Does arguing against parking tickets successfully make you a lawyer? I don't know. I guess you could call me lawyerish.
That's pretty impressive there. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Very much so. Say, you don't like playing World of Warcraft, do ya?
No. I love it.
All right, we ready to jump back into this thing?
Well, I'll pay you. Obviously. Well, I don't know. I've got to be home by now. Okay, well, no in the debate.
probably not be out by now, but time does not wait for black and white.
Don't nod at that. So, why say that didn't make any sense?
Yeah, to me it meant everything.
Yeah.
So where were we?
Well, we were just talking about World of Warcraft.
What is that? Like goblins and stuff?
Yeah, and orcs, and gaming strategy. You played it?
I don't think that's so.
No, it's really not as bad as it sounds, honestly. My avatar is a 6-foot dragon named Big Deal.
Dragon is not so big a fuss. Who's with me?
I'm gonna stop this conversation right here. If you don't mind, I'd like to reevaluate the case so far.
If I may.
No, you may not.
Excuse me, we all have the right to talk.
No, I think everyone should share their opinion before you start flapping your gums and filling their heads with nonsense.
Whoa! You just watched it, pal. You think you can say something like that and it's okay? You think because of my feminine nature, I will leap across the table, rip the hair from yourself. You don't talk about something like that.
Come on, Gina Marie. She didn't know.
No! They act like they don't know, but they know. They always know. In this age, she thinks she can just insult the loose gums like that.
The loose goat?
Yeah, the loose gums. The Italianos come from a long line of loose gums people. If you carry their sense of gene, their gums are so loose and deformed that they literally flap out when you speak. My great-grandmother, Marie Brass Italiano, may she rest in peace. She came over from the old country. She couldn't find a job. They called it Marie the Sloppy Gum Gypsy. Instead of flapping gums would interfere with her sewing.
How would that interfere with her sewing?
I'm sorry, I literally have never heard of loose gums being a slur or stereotype of any kind. And I obviously would have never said that had I known I would offend you or anyone. I thought it was just an expression.
You never would have said that? Sounds like you're pretty sure of yourself.
Of course I'm sure.
But just yesterday, when Donald Cleese was on the stand, you said, and I quote, "I wish he would stop flapping his gums already."
Yeah, that doesn't prove anything.
It proved doubt.
No, I said I wouldn't have said that if I didn't know I would offend anyone. And yesterday, I didn't know, so what's that prove?
Doubt. To me, it proves doubt.
Yeah, me too.
No, you're just mad at me. It doesn't prove doubt.
Oh, because all us loose gums people don't understand abstract concepts. I guess you're right. How would a mushmouth like me possibly understand what you're saying?
Doubt.
I'm going to.
This is so stupid.
What's so stupid?
This, you guys, this is stupid.
If we could just be more specific.
It's all just dumb. Who cares if Donald Cleese was a cartoon character or if they ever said anything or not? He confessed, right?
Oh!
So, if he said he did it, he did it. Let's all just vote guilty and go home. I'm so sick of this stupid trial.
She's right. We completely forgot about the confession.
Dinosaurs and whatnot.
Now wait just a second.
Now look, Chief. I'm no fan of big words, big Dougal here.
And neither am I. But not so much because of the words. More because of the ethnic slurs.
But we completely overlooked the fact that he confessed.
Well, he didn't confess.
Oh, jeez, here we go again.
If he confessed, there wouldn't have been a trial. If he confessed, we wouldn't be here.
Okay, I see where this is going.
We wouldn't be here. But here we are. We are here, so therefore...
He didn't really confess! Right, he's a ventriloquist, or there was a hidden speaker. What insane idea are you going to push down these people's throats?
I resent that implication, ma'am. We all deserve the right to a fair trial.
He had a fair trial. It lasted 2 weeks. What is your problem?
I believe in justice. I never had a fair trial, so Donald at least should.
What are you talking about?
I mean...
What do you mean you never had a fair trial?
Yeah, buddy, what did you mean by that?
He meant he has like lawyer issues. He had a bad trial or whatever.
Is that true?
No.
What? So you were just using us? What, you manipulated us because you had a bad experience on trial or something?
Hey, leave him alone. He's a lawyerish.
Oh. What?
What happened? Just tell us. You put this whole thing behind us. What happened that made you want to convince everyone here that a guilty man is innocent? Were you a lawyer once?
Lawyer? With Tiger? What?
No, lawyer.
Huh?
Never mind. Go on.
I was, or I almost was. I was working for a lawyer. His name was Jonathan Aldrich. He was a trial lawyer for Putnam & Putnam, a big firm in eastern Rhode Island. It was a murder trial, and the day of closing arguments, Roland J. Putnam got the flu. He asked me to do the closing arguments. So I did. I was nervous, but I stood up there and gave a closing statement. And I was good. Man, I was good! The jury was crying, the judge was crying, the stenographer was crying. I was about to save a man's life. But the jury deliberated. And apparently, because there was a ton of definitive evidence that our client was in fact very guilty, videos, eyewitnesses, etc., they sent him to prison. And he's still there. The next day, I was so distraught from the loss, I failed the bar exam. And I never set foot in a public courtroom again. Some days, I think about that man. I think about him sitting in prison. And I swore to myself, if I ever got the chance, if I ever was on a jury, that I would redeem myself. This time a man wouldn't go to prison. He wouldn't.
Well, I'm glad you told us. Here. So, all of this, the dinosaur defense, the conspiracy theories, all of this was to make up for that case you lost?
Yes, I led you all astray. I wanted all the police to be innocent so badly, I manipulated all of you. I did it. This is my confession.
Well, the important thing is that...
Or I should say, this may be my confession. I've never been to Rhode Island. I've never tried a criminal case. And my reasons for dropping out of law school had to do with a drug problem. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just experienced was a confession, filled with real emotion and tears. You all believed it. I really said it. And yet, it was a complete fabrication. I'm done. That is very good.
He is good. He is really good.
I'm switching my vote too. I'm really impressed with his abilities to make an argument, and the thought of actually getting to hang out with him is pretty exciting.
What does that even prove? Why would Noah falsely indict himself? Why?
I don't know, he was pretty weird.
No, not you two. What?
I can go farther.
Oh, gosh! But you were the one who brought up the confession.
Yeah, and he changed my mind. Get off my back, narc.
So, this is really happening. You're all believing the neighborhood conspiracy man falsely indicts himself because of these weird defense?
We're just saying it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, could be, couldn't be. That's all we're saying.
But that's not a reasonable defense.
Well, is your forehead any more reasonable?
That big woman won't let us smoke. Who made you so big?
Everyone said we can't smoke. Everyone.
What, you said it third thing? I admit it. You said it.
I've had enough. I don't understand you people. You're gonna let this man walk free. We all know what kind of guy this Donald Leeds is. Lives alone, festering, preying on the unsuspecting and eating garbage. And not in a cute like Oscar or Grouch. In a creepy way. Like a freak. Because he is a freak.
not my wife, I will knock your teeth in.
But
Knock your teeth in. Do you understand me?
I say heck with both. Let's just run in there, guns blazing, and scream at the top of our lungs, guilty.
No.
Come on, be better than stupid jerks you normally are. Be better, better! Come on, are you all in on this with me? Are you all with me? Come on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Guilty!
Are you done?
Fine! Not guilty. Sorry, I did all I could. Yeah, that was a big help. Thanks. Are you still with me?
I don't know. I just want to vote with the most people. I have a lot of stressing. Please don't look at me.
You're all alone.
Well, then I'm still voting guilty.
Fine. What are your arguments?
The videotape, the witnesses, the confession, all are my arguments.
But we prove in reasonable doubt.
No, not reasonable, and we haven't proven anything. You've done all the talking.
Hey! I said a couple of good things.
Yeah, I said things too, jerk.
You also lied, Nicholas. I said I punched a girl's teeth in.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I talk about tigers so many times.
Not if you leave alone, isn't it?
Oh, you be quiet. I'm making this conjuring. Mr. Please will get a fair trial with a group of his peers that are completely insane.
Hey!
Hung jury could take a long time. Don't you have a babysitter?
I don't care.
Are you sure? Because childcare is really expensive.
Stop, I'm allowed to.
This is the worst. Can't you just say not guilty already?
Just say it now.
Come on! I'll say it!
Stop, I'm not.
So imagine you're right. What's the worst that could happen? He steals more cats?
Yeah, I mean, he does it again. They'll just catch him.
No harm, no foul.
But that's not